Hi, I'm James Treble, an interior designer with a passion for quality homes that feel good to be in. But for me, a house needs to be more than just a place to rest your hat. It needs to be a reflection of who we are and how we live. And it also needs to adapt and change as we do. The family we're about to meet feel their home is ready for change. They've got a big decision to make. Will they renovate or rebuild? I'm James Treble, an interior designer with a passion for beautifully designed, healthy and efficient homes that save energy, water and money. And I've got the call out from owners Sarah and Damon to discuss their home here in Croydon, a leafy outer suburb of Melbourne, about 28 kilometres east of the CBD. The median house price in Croydon is around $770,000. Sarah and Damon bought their house over a year ago and now have a good idea of how it works for them. Their home is ready for change and they need some help. What brought you to beautiful Croydon and why do you love this area?
Well, I actually grew up out this way and sort of over time we moved further and further north. We got a lot of family out this way as well, so with 3 kids, the extra help is obviously ideal. We just love the area as well, lots for the kids to do. And
yeah, well, you've got a beautiful park like this and there's a swimming carnival going on from behind us, so there's a lot of facilities for young families.
Yeah, and really good schools. Yeah, we really love it.
Sarah, Damon, Charlie, Billy and Chloe are a young, busy family. They love sports, being outdoors and doing things together. They also love their bulldog, Chelsea. I've got to say, when I turned up at the house, I can immediately see you've got a great block of land and the house looks pretty good. What is it that you don't like about where you're living at the moment?
The house is actually great. The previous owners did some work to it and did a great job, but it's not big enough for us. We have 3 young kids and not enough space to fit everyone in.
Yes. I believe you both work from home. How important is that and what sort of space do you need to make that work?
yeah, we're both probably 80% work from home. At the moment, we've got an office mixed with a spare bedroom, mixed with a baby's cot in a room there. So it's pretty difficult. We sort of need an external space that we can go to, get our work done, clock off and come back.
A solid home with some renovations already done. But with 2 young boys and a newborn, plus work from home arrangements, this family have run out of space. These things must be fixed. But there's also a lot to love about this property. What do you love about the house? Are there things that you do like about the house at the moment?
We bought the house for the block. Just under 1,500 square metres, and it's awesome. We have that dream of just having to argue with our kids to come back inside every night. So yeah, that's why we bought it.
I can see already, Damon, I mean, you know, you're pretty sporty and the kids are running around crazy. You've got a great sized backyard and you've set it up already with areas for them. There's plenty of space to grow into that block of land and enjoy it. It's a brick home. We've got those beautiful timber floors. What's it actually like to be in the home? Is it better in winter or summer? Is it warm? Is it cool? Do you have drafts?
It was very hot when we first purchased the property, but we've just installed some air conditioning and things like that to sort of even out the temperature.
In winter, it gets cold. We tend to use heaters all day, especially with babies sleeping and things like that.
How do you go with your energy bills and how's that impacting you? I mean, you know, it takes money to run a house, doesn't it?
We don't enjoy receiving our energy bills, as anybody doesn't. We would love to reduce them. Using heating and cooling all through the year with young kids means it's quite high. So yeah, we'd like to do better.
Okay, we're getting a good idea of what Sarah and Damon are looking for. More space for a start. More bedrooms and a designated work area are a must. They'd like to keep the backyard areas they've created, and they also want an efficient, comfortable and healthy home that gives their growing family smaller energy bills, or none at all. And there's more on their wish list.
What's missing for us is outdoor entertainment or our fresco area. I really want indoor-outdoor living, but we also don't want to take too much more of the backyard, so we need some smart design.
Sarah and Damon have set an absolute maximum budget of $400,000. so the designs will need to include everything they wish for without breaking this limit. We're going to need some help from the experts to see if all of this is achievable. Let's meet the teams. On Team Renovate, we have Jesse and Mel. Block fanatics and star contestants, there's not much that Jesse and Mel can't do or talk themselves into doing. These guys have an eye for real estate, with their finger firmly on the nation's property market pulse. They will go to any length to save what they can and renovate all the way. On Team Rebuild, we have Beck and George, a superstar designer and a brilliant builder. These guys are a dream team. They know firsthand the constraints and challenges that come with a renovation and will be looking for any chance to knock it down and rebuild. Over the series, we'll see teams from Queensland, New South Wales and Victoria, and each design will be scored by a panel of expert judges. Whichever state gets the best average will be deemed the winning state and get to help out a family in need through the amazing charity Habitat for Humanity. Plus have bragging rights on the winning design. And if we've learned anything from watching these guys on the block, it's that they love to win. And a kicker, the team with the lowest score will be receiving an excruciating punishment. But we'll deal with this later, so watch this space. Game on.
I wonder what the old girl looks like.
Look at the size of
How
it.
good's the curved driveway?
Yeah, I love that. Look at the garden. It's huge.
Huge block of land.
Oh, here we go. Look at this house.
It's your classic render brick, isn't it? It's lacking a little bit of character, but I reckon you can add that.
Definitely.
It's actually in good nick.
That's what I thought. It looks like brand new.
I'm liking it. You wouldn't pull this down. There's no chance.
No way. Why would you? It's good structure. Oh, wow.
There's a few walls that need to go.
Yeah, and that's a bit, how you going? And the artwork on the walls, what do you think of that?
Well, it's probably the biggest colouring book I've seen. So this is full north. You need floor-to-ceiling glass in here. See, I like this style kitchen.
Just the wrong.
It's not wrong orientation.
This house has potential. Just put a bit of work into it. Like, don't get rid of it. Big backyard.
You just know Beck and
Huge.
George are going to want to push this over, but there's no chance in hell you would. Like,
You don't need to. Why knock it down? It's good structure.
Ugh.
Pretty set back, isn't it?
And even the driveway, like, does it waste too much space with this curve?
I have to say it. Look at the house. It's not something worth keeping in terms of features. Like usually, if you want to renovate something and make the most of it, it's something like a Californian bungalow or a Victorian or something with some features. This is a bit meh to me. Very dark.
Are we almost hitting a wall?
Yes,
As soon as
there is no entrance. First thing I noticed about the house was just how much I wanted to knock it down. Yeah, it's a bit underwhelming.
The only positive is it does get a lot of natural
Yeah,
light
well,
back
that's
here.
what I was going to say. Check out this light. The orientation of everything is wrong. People have this perception that you renovate and it's going to be a cheaper option. This is not a cheaper option. So why not just knock it down and do something amazing?
Well, it looks like they both think they know what's best for this house. Coming up,
I'll get this in first turn. It's rebuilt.
the teams have walked through this home in Croydon, Melbourne and given us their first impressions, and it sounds like they don't agree on everything.
I'm liking it.
This is a bit meh to me.
But there were a few things that they could both agree on.
Oh,
This is very dark.
don't get me wrong, I love dark rooms, but this is a bit too Batcavey for me.
And can you see that door?
Yes.
Does it look a bit...
Not straight?
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is a renovator's dream.
There is no room in here, is there?
Well, modern day living is all about living indoors, outdoors. But at the moment, there is no outdoor area
Nah,
connected to
you're
living.
shut off, aren't you?
There's just grass there. You know, let's do a nice paving area, built-in barbecue, something really cool, like even a TV outside, like an al fresco.
Because you need to open this up. You want the kids outside. Eventually, you want to put a pool in here. That faces north. It's going to get beautiful sun. You want to be able to keep an eye on the kids are in the pool or they're playing. But at the moment, you can't see anything. You've got a 1,400
actually
square
really-
metre block and it feels like you're in suburbia.
I can't wait to see how Team Renovate and Team Rebuild plan to address these issues. But first, let's check out that backyard.
This backyard would be any kid's dream. Look at the size
It's
of it.
huge. I'm loving the basketball court.
Huge shed. Look at all the grass.
A lot of potential out here.
Show us your skills. I'd love to see this.
What do you reckon, guys? Bit of 2 on 2?
Ooh, hell yeah.
Whoever wins gets the renovate or the rebuild. What do you reckon?
Well, you've got the height on us already. Oh, no, not really, actually.
Actually, the same size.
You are ready.
Ready? If I get this in first turn, it's rebuild.
That was terrible. That was terrible.
That was a windy. G'day, James. How are you?
Very well. I can see that the big kids have found the perfect playground for the little kids. What do you think of this house so far?
Well, there's one thing that we all agree on is that no matter what happens to the house, the basketball court stays.
You guys are going to knock this house down. What are you thinking so far?
Well, the house is just way too small for the family. And the block is huge, so there's something really amazing out here.
What about you guys? You think it's got good bones?
We think keeping in line with the streetscape, a beautiful renovation would suit the neighbourhood.
Well, look, I love the excitement. We've got great ideas, character, new, old. You're definitely trying to, meet the client's brief. It's pretty exciting. I think it's time to let the games begin.
He shoots, he scores. Well, James.
Nothing but net. Time for the teams to meet the family they're designing for. Well, Sarah and Damon, we've had 2 expert teams passing the fine-tooth comb over your home. We've got a team Renovate here with Jesse and Mel, and we've got team Rebuild with Beck and George. 2 different takes on what to do with this home and make sure that it suits your family and this amazing block of land.
We're really excited going into the pictures. We've been stuck since we moved into the house for what we could do, so we were really excited to hear what they had to say.
Team Renovate, what do you think of the house, guys?
Oh, already she doesn't like you, Jess.
It's already begun. Well, she's for Team Renovate.
Well, we're thinking from the start, it's a brick veneer home, so it's solid, tiled roof, and we think that we can certainly work with what we have. Obviously, though, knowing your circumstances, 3 children, an extra bedroom would be fantastic, an extra master suite would be even better. And then I think we do definitely need some outdoor entertaining space for you, because at the moment you don't have any. And also trying to zone the house off as well. So if the kids are in one section, we can close that off. Keep, running costs quite low. You don't want to be trying to heat the entire big home at the same time.
So what he's saying is you need a new house.
And I want to know how closely you looked at the roof, because it's not all tile.
Well, it's a 50-50. It's half colourboard, half tile.
And there's different roof lines everywhere, which makes it really hard to do an
And I
extension.
think there's a few structural issues because you've got a few cracks coming through the hallway and that living room.
Sounds like you guys are just never up for a challenge.
No.
Challenges, you got to do them sometimes. It can be done.
Yeah, well, of course a renovation can be done, but we think a rebuild on this particular property is the way to go.
So she's picking me. She's touching me. She goes, I think she wants me to do the job.
As you can see, there's a lot of passion here at the table for their really clear views.
We've done lots of renovations and lots of new builds, but in this particular circumstance, we feel a rebuild is the only option. The orientation being the number one thing, and the way that this house does not capture the right amount of light. The position of your house is in the centre of this massive block. If you're extending, like Jesse's sort of saying, you're taking away from both areas, and we don't necessarily need to do that when we can sort of maximise moving the house forward and out.
I want to direct something to you guys. You also have a young family. They've got a young family growing. One way or another, they're going to be spending money on this property. What do you think about environmental ways that they can have a sustainable home but that's going to save them money in the long run instead of being a house that's costing lots of money to run?
I think that's another, positive about a rebuild is I think that if you renovate something like this, insulation, you've got to redo all of that anyway. I doubt that this would be insulated anywhere near where it needs to be. Double glazing, if you renovate this, you change all the windows anyway.
What do you think?
Well,
Mel?
as you do say, there is a family of 5, so the budget will be tight. You knocking this whole thing down, relaying slabs and all that, that's going to get very expensive. We have been looking at ways to cut costs with insulation. You can use Bondor panelling. You can use it in your roof. Yes, we understand it's family of 5, young family, so you've got to save money wherever you can.
I just think it's disappointing that the younger generation are just so keen to throw everything out. We're all about trying to be sustainable, and I think everyone wants something instantaneous now. They're happy as soon as it breaks, they're keen to throw it out. But wouldn't it be a shame to throw out all these building materials? Like,
You don't, you
it's a
recycle
brick
it.
veneer home, so we can use all of those. Yes, there
Recycle
may be a
bricks.
few cracks. I'd be pretty surprised to find any home that doesn't have 1 or 2 cracks, to be honest. I'm surprised how little cracks there are, considering the house is 70 years old and it's been rendered. So it's also elevated, so we can easily climb underneath the floor to put some really good insulation to help with that thermal barrier. We can insulate the roof, no problems whatsoever. Yes, there's a few different roof lines. It's easier to tack off on a roof than to pull one down and start again.
You've got two teams here that are obviously very passionate with their different views. How are you both feeling? Are you completely overwhelmed?
Yeah, I'm a little overwhelmed. Both sound really good.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one.
And what do you think, Damon? You've got, two different takes and they're sort of both ticking all the boxes for you. More space, insulation, energy-efficient home, but dealing with your growing family.
No, that's it. Great pictures and great ideas. We can't wait to see the designs.
Yeah.
Pick a winner. Don't know which way we're leaning. We're probably on the fence.
Yes.
Maybe a little bit with Jesse and Mel, just purely based on that air ball that I saw Georgie throw up yesterday on the basketball court.
That was a windy.
Well, it's an exciting time. You've got two teams that are completely passionate, very talented, and also quite set in their views. They've got a lot of work to do, and then you're going to have a very big decision to make about which way to improve the house to suit your family's need and make the most use of this amazing block you've got. It's going to be an exciting time. So how do the teams feel their initial meeting went?
I think that was a pretty successful meeting. I sold the point.
Well, you sold me.
Yeah, Beck and George have a lot of similarities to us, I think. 3 young kids.
Yeah, we're all in the thick of it and they really understand what we need from a family home.
Beck and George want to go really big with this rebuild, but this family has a small budget. Look, Beck and George have great ideas. I just don't think it's practical for this house.
Jesse and I had a bit of a b-ball in the backyard. He thought he'd had it over me, but I was playing it easy on him. Because I know he's going to lose the actual competition. So I don't want to hit him too hard with it.
We've seen George's terrible basketball skills. I really hope he doesn't drop the ball and let this family down.
We're in Croydon, Melbourne, to see if this house should be renovated to suit this family's needs, or to get exactly what they want, be knocked down and rebuilt. The teams have given their pitches to the owners, but it will definitely not be an easy decision for this family of 5.
Well, even though we've only been here less than 12 months, Chloe was born 2 weeks after we moved in, and the whole point of us doing this is to build a family home that the kids can grow up in and love.
It's strange, even though the walls are cracking and the ceiling's cracking, we've felt at home from day one since we moved in here. It's got a character about it that we really love. So, to tear it down would take a really, really good design. It's going to take a lot to win us over, and her as well.
It'll come down to what's on the paper and if the teams can capture what they want and need in the design. Time to sharpen the pencils. Boyan from Blue Cube Developments is lending his design expertise to both teams. Boyan has over a decade of experience building and developing in both the commercial and residential fields, and after speaking with the two teams, will come up with the final designs.
What a block.
Yeah,
hey?
that's what we
Pretty
thought.
good size. Is it being utilised though? You reckon that all that space has been utilised?
They want a bigger house, but they love the backyard. But the front yard is an issue because they can't maintain it. There's so much garden space there. One thing that we noticed as well was when we were walking up that this house is quite set back. So the other houses are brought forward. So I think that if we were to do a knockdown rebuild, we could bring this house forward.
Definitely.
This is placed in the centre of the land, so it's not really,
Definitely think I don't want to lose any backyard.
Yeah.
Because it's such a good size and they've got 3 kids and they really need a bigger space.
Beck and George on the rebuild, I totally understand it. I've done it in the past as well. You're free to design the home the way you like it. The only downside's going to be, are they going to be inside the budget? And that's going to be up to the owners.
And how about Team Renovate?
We know that obviously it's a growing family. They've got this beautiful northern orientation, so we're hoping to reconfigure this back section of the home to get some floor-to-ceiling glass to capture that northern light. We also know weather's quite temperamental, so we're hoping we can attach a double-car garage to the side of the home.
On this side over here?
On this side over here, sort of push that out to the boundary, and then ideally we want to leave that master bedroom as a second master and build a new one off the garage, so then that way the master is separate from the children's bedrooms.
Okay. And what about design style?
I'm pretty sure they do like some of the period features, whilst there isn't a lot, but we can obviously reinstate a lot of those. And I'm hoping that we can, maybe with the facade, bring a bit of a heritage detailing, maybe put a veranda, maybe put a bull-nose veranda that wraps around.
I can see that.
A little bit nicer.
Boyan will also receive a checklist of things the owners are looking for in the house to help with the design. The budget will play a huge part of the process.
In regards to budget, you can definitely save a lot of money with the existing home. It's already got the space built, a little bit of an upgrade, doesn't cost as much. The negative side of the renovate is going to be how much damage does that house have behind the walls.
And in regards to creating a comfortable, healthy and efficient home with lower energy bills, which way would Boyan lean?
Well, a brand new home is going to have way more thermal performance. You're going to have the exact same new windows. You're going to have new cladding is going to be put on the outside. And with other systems that are out there, we'll try and incorporate as many as we can.
There's a lot to consider. While Boyan gets to work on the designs, Jessie and Mel have brought Sarah and Damon to an amazing home for some inspiration. This grand estate in Plenty, Victoria is like no other. Designed and built by Dario Bolzanelli, this home captures resort-style living for all the family. And the house is made out of some very interesting building materials, as Sarah and Damon are about to find out.
So what I've created is a house that's got a lot of open living area, which surrounds the pool as the main feature. There's tilt-up concrete panels, which I've built on site. And then we've got the Bondor Luxor Walls panels that I've used for insulation and acoustic purposes. And I use that throughout the whole house.
The Bondor cladding that Dario's used, it acts as an entire cool room. So when it's really hot in summer, it's obviously well insulated, keeping the heat out. But then when it's really cold in winter, once the home's warm, it's not losing that heat.
And we've got some quirky little rooms that you really have to sort of push the cupboard doors to get inside.
Like a Harry Potter. Ooh.
Harry Potter. Well, some of the kids have nicknamed this house the Harry Potter house.
It's been an eye-opener. Lots of different designs and ideas that we've got that we didn't really think of before. Can't wait to see what designs they come up with.
Meanwhile, Beck and George visit this home in Officer that has them immediately impressed.
Oh, wow.
This is nice.
That's nice. That's huge.
It's a beautiful feel in here, isn't it?
Just feels like grand.
This home built by Metricon followed Sustainability Victoria's Zero Net Carbon Home Pilot program.
It just feels comfortable.
Which basically means it's great for the environment and creates a comfortable, healthy home that also saves you money in energy bills. Thankfully, George has been doing his homework on all this.
Well, the big thing about this one is its airtightness.
Right.
So it's completely airtight, and after they finish building it, they do this test where they get this massive fan at the front door and they suck and blow air and see how airtight it is.
So to check if there's like air leaking.
Yeah, so there was no air leakage on this place at all. Another cool test they did on this one is they actually do an infrared camera test to make sure there's no gaps in the insulation. Like now we're sitting, it's cold outside. Are we cold? We're not cold at all.
So there's a few design elements that are important for us to inject into our home, that it's not just about the aesthetics of it, it is also about these added features.
And the comfortability of the home.
Yeah.
Like when you're at home, you don't want to be cold, you don't want to be hot, you want to be comfortable.
Yes, well that's exactly right.
Would you renovate or rebuild this home? Everyone's got an opinion. Follow us to see what others think, join the debate, and get ideas for your own renovation or rebuild. You'll find design tips, inspiration, behind-the-scenes moments, and the bloopers that definitely didn't make the cut. Follow us at Renovate or Rebuild on Instagram and join the conversation. Now back to the show.
The budget will play a huge role in Sarah and Damon's decision, and they don't want to overcapitalise in this area. I chat with real estate expert Mark DiGiulio to find out what's going on property-wise right now in Croydon.
Croydon's become a real hotspot. Considering what's happened with COVID, buy behaviour is super different. People are now wanting to move out to the green leafy suburbs, and we're just finding that the option of renovating, knocking over or starting again, huge opportunities, great suburb, close to all amenities, infrastructure, wonderful.
We've got a great block of land here. It's a generous site. We've got a house that's dated, but it's not looking too bad. What's your instincts? Do you see a renovation here or do you see a knockdown rebuild?
Oh, it's a really tough one, James. So if they're going to be doing the renovation and it's done correctly, it can really add some value. Otherwise, sometimes starting again, you just can't beat it. The floor plans of today, the brand new homes, it's what people are looking for.
Window position and selection will make a life-changing difference to Sarah and Damon's house. And Jesse and Mel are on the search for something epic to give them the edge. They've come to Sedgwick in rural Victoria, just outside of Bendigo, to see this creative build designed to blend into the surrounding landscape. They meet with owner Sean to discuss his recently completed home.
Because it's a big property, you did need a big house, or at least a big frontage on your house. And also, because of the environment and the climate, you had to have a house that was going to stand the massive winds that come through and the heat. It's hot out here in central Victoria. And you know what? It's freezing cold. It actually snowed last winter up here.
Really?
We weren't here at the time, but our neighbours told us and showed us the photos. So extremes in weather and the harsh environment meant that you had to have a pretty solid house.
Well, I'm freezing out here, so I'd love to go inside and see what you've done.
Yeah, please. Sorry to keep you out so long. Come on in.
The first thing that I loved about this house as I walked in is the mint green barn doors, and then that ties into the kitchen beautifully, and also the granite bench top. I think that's just wonderful. Like the black with the green, perfect. It's not all open plan living, which is great for keeping heating and cooling in. So you've got an amazing space at the kitchen. The bedrooms are all down to one side, down the back.
You've gone with some very bold choices, from the mint in the main bathroom and then the light pink in the master ensuite.
Jane calls it mid-century modern. It's not quite, but, you know, some aspects are, and that pink tile, I think, is very mid-century modern.
And you've got some really nice windows. I noticed one's tilted, another one's open. How does that all come together?
Yeah, they tilt and they turn. They tilt in so much that the top flops open and you get a breeze coming through. The breeze works really well if you tilt the windows up the back of the house, and all of a sudden you've got a draft running through the house. Clears the air, keeps it cooler, and if you really want a blast of air, open up the windows and maybe get the cooking smell out, or maybe if a cool change comes in, just blast it through the house. But we find the tilting is just enough. You know, they're tilted open pretty much all the time.
Windows tick. Now Jesse and Mel are looking at more ways to future-proof their design. They've come to Jason's house in Preston to look at a solar and battery setup that they hope to include in their renovation.
What is the benefit of the battery and inverted system?
Well, what we offer is what we call a hybrid inverter. So it's a solar inverter and a battery inverter in one box. So that means you can have your solar system getting energy from the sun, but it can also then directly take that energy, and whatever you're not using in your house can go into the batteries. You've got that power when you really need it at night time, when you're cooking and everyone's home watching TV or charging your electric vehicle, for example.
And as the future of electric vehicles is fast approaching, Jesse starts dreaming.
I know the cost to fill my car at the moment is about $70 a tank. What would it be for an EV to fill?
If you've got an EV that, say, has a normal size battery, it's not very expensive compared to filling a car with petrol or diesel.
And while Jesse is processing those numbers, this calculator by Energy Matters is a handy way to work out how big your solar and battery system should be based on your location and energy use. Easy. Meanwhile, back in the city, Boyan is working in collaboration with concept architects to bring the designs to life. He's visiting their office in Melbourne to discuss some of the advantages and challenges of the site.
The few things that you would need to consider are some of the trees and the landscape that's already currently the house. So you mentioned at the front of the site there was a massive tree and you could see that.
It's a beautiful gum tree. It's it is huge. It is a really big one. So I think we've got a tree protection zone on that one to consider.
Yes.
So I would have liked to have the house going a bit more forward just to utilise. There's a massive front yard there, but I think we'll take that into consideration. Looking at the backyard, we've definitely got enough space to extend. And so even on the side there, I think we should utilise this part here where the carport is.
And after the break, we'll see the designs in all their glory.
But the most exciting thing I want to show you is the brand new facade.
What do you guys think? I love it.
Well, it's judging day, and I'm super excited to see the results of all of that hard work put in by Team Renovate and Team Rebuild, coming up with 2 different design options for our young family from Croydon, who are quickly growing out of their existing home and don't know which way to go. We've gathered at Big Plans in North Melbourne, just 2 kilometres northwest of the CBD. Here our teams will walk the homeowners through their designs in life-size scale. This exciting technology gives the chance to feel the exact size of the spaces and how the house flows in a way that they've never seen before.
Didn't even know it existed, to be honest. It's awesome.
Our judges will score the designs out of 10, and 1 team will be deemed the winner.
We're going for the win. Fantastic design, well under budget. Beck and George have no chance.
But ultimately, it's up to the homeowners and which design they envisage working for them and their family. Well, welcome everybody. It's judging day. I'm super excited and I know you two are going to be. Our 2 design teams have been working really hard with their architects to bring their dreams and visions to reality for you. But before we get started, I want to pass over to our judging panel. We've got 3 expert judges for you. Our real estate expert here, Mark DiGiulio. Award-winning real estate gun and highly sought-after auctioneer Mark DiGiulio knows what sells and how to sell it. And we've got our property building expert, Natalie Bowen. Natalie Bowen has created some of the most memorable designs in Australia in recent years and knows the building process inside and out. We also, of course, have our design expert and spatial planning, yours truly. Each judge will score the designs out of 10, with a final 2 points from Sarah and Damon. Not only will this give us a winning design, the points will also determine our winning state for the series, who will get to help out a family in need through the amazing charity Habitat for Humanity. And the lowest scoring team of the series will be dealt a punishment of their deepest fears. We're going to pass over to start things off with Team Rebuild. Beck and George, tell us what you've been working on.
Well, Sarah and Damon, it's lovely to see you again. We've been working really hard with the team at Blue Cube Developments and Concept Architects to develop the most amazing new build for you guys. We really wanted to create a beautiful layout for you that's functional for the family. So we've worked on changing the orientation of your existing layout and really maximising the space.
So the preconception is that a new build always takes longer than a renovation. We're going to use a Bondor prefabricated panel that can get you from slab to lock up within 7 days.
We've also worked really hard on maximising as much natural light, getting that into your house, and also creating a really beautiful indoor-outdoor space, which is the perfect Australian home in our opinion. So we're really excited to show you guys what we've come up with. We think you're going to love it.
First of all, look behind you. You guys have got a double garage now, which you guys need, obviously, with the kids and bringing them in the house. But the most exciting thing I want to show you is the brand new facade that is going to pop up on the screen.
What do you guys think? I love it.
Team Rebuild have been gifted with a clean slate. Looking for extra floor space, they've built to the side boundaries and brought the footprint slightly forward on the block. The facade features a stunning roof and architectural lines. The vertical cladding adds interest and the enclosed double-car garage brings much-needed practicality.
When we first saw the facade, it was a bit of a shock because it looked so much different to what we've got at the moment. But it was great to actually see what it could potentially look like.
The beautiful feature windows and overall feel of the facade and front yard make sure this house is a highlight property in the area without looking out of place. This clever H-shaped floor plan opens up the kitchen, living and the master bedroom to the outdoor alfresco area and beyond into the backyard. This also allows viewing from the heart of the home, the kitchen, to almost every area of this new build.
So I think you've hit the nail on the head with the open living. It's really important for us to be able to see the kids at all times. We can't really do that at the moment with how it's set up. So for me, that's massive, and I think you've really done well with that.
The master suite and 3 other bedrooms make up the eastern side of the house, with the new study situated on the northwest. The materials used throughout are elegant and classic. Combined with the 7.1 star energy rating that the energy assessors Suho have calculated, Team Rebuild have created a stunning home that Sarah and Damon can look forward to enjoying with almost no energy bills. The estimated cost of this rebuild is $640,000.
Geez, Beck and George, I'm not sure if you got the memo, but Sarah and Damon are on a very tight budget, so I'm not sure how you're going to deliver that for them. But not to fear, guys, Mel and I have been working with the incredible team at Concept Architects to design the most magnificent renovation, plus the added benefit of working with Blue Cube Developments to bring it in right on budget.
Damon and Sarah, we really listened to what you guys wanted in this house, so we added that additional bedroom to give it a 4-bedroom house. Damon, we know you wanted the study, and we've put that where it's facing out the backyard so you can watch the kids play.
And also, we've created a beautiful roof detail, which is going to give you seamless indoor and outdoor living. As you can already see, we've made the house perfectly symmetrical, which is going to have fantastic street appeal. And we've simply added on this large extension here to the left-hand side, giving you that double garage leading directly into the home.
Team Renovate have looked at ways to maximise the budget with some smart, cost-saving design. Starting from the front, the facade takes the understated character of the previous home and gives it a clean-up. The new enclosed double garage at the front brings symmetry and resolve to the facade, creating a welcoming entry into this family home. The bedrooms are retained along the eastern side, and the previous living and kitchen area are transformed into an extra bedroom and a study with views of the backyard. Coming around to the north-facing kitchen and living area, an extension is where the huge transformation is taking place in this design. The ideally positioned kitchen looks directly through the open-plan living area, out onto the huge alfresco and through into the backyard.
So guys, if you turn around, you will see your kitchen looking out to your beautiful alfresco. You can just picture it now, can't you?
That's
Can
fantastic.
you see yourself living there?
Yeah.
You cooking, the kids playing.
Yeah, I really love it.
The orientation also makes maximum use of that northerly aspect for natural light and free heating from the sun in winter. The tones and materials are simple and classic, and the hero is this high-pitched ceiling that brings a sense of grandeur to the space.
I love the ceiling.
Makes it feel so much bigger.
Yeah.
And then that same roof line of the gable continues out into that alfresco area.
Meeting a basic 6-star energy rating, the estimated cost of the renovation is $340,000. However, knowing the events of the past 18 months, with many of us now living and working from home, Team Renovate know that most people now want homes that are more energy efficient and more comfortable to live and work in, and have therefore included some upgrades to get this house to a whopping 7.1 star energy rating, bringing the total budget up to $420,000.
I think both teams did a really great job with their designs. What we need to weigh up is whether a larger budget fits into what we want to do, or we just pick based off the design. So we're really on the fence at the moment, but fingers crossed.
After the break, it's judgment time.
What do you think they should do? Would you renovate or rebuild this home? Let us know by leaving a comment below or visit us on Instagram @renovateorrebuild and add your vote. While you are there, why not grab your free copy of our styling and presentation guide, created by our very own host and award-winning designer, James Treble. Now back to the show.
Owners Sarah and Damon's home in Croydon, Melbourne is ready for change. We've had 2 teams work with an architect to create some incredible designs to influence their decision. One proposed a renovation of the existing house, and one looked at knocking it down and rebuilding. We've seen the pictures, let's hear what the judges thought. First up, Team Rebuild.
I think what a lot of buyers today are looking for is very much a big open floor plan, and this certainly encaptures the indoor-outdoor entertaining aspect. From the front, elegantly understated, but the moment you get inside, wow, it just absolutely opens up.
I am a bit concerned about the size of the living space and the living room area because I think for a family of 5 plus a dog, they're going to need at least an extra living space in this particular house.
I love the zoning of it. I love that the sleeping zone is off that corridor. There's 2 entryways to that corridor and they both have cavity sliding doors. So that's a great thing that you can achieve with the new build by being able to hide all these access ways. I also agree with you both. For a growing family, I think any modern contemporary home needs 2 separate living areas. And what about Team Renovate's design?
Well, from a build perspective, again, I think utilising and having that extension put on is fantastic. What I loved about this is that they really did rejig this to give them 2 living spaces.
One of my concerns is the fact that the laundry area is actually positioned in the middle of the house, which is a little bit untraditional.
I like it in principle. I think that they've done a great job. They've created almost a more resolved design by adding onto this wing. It was sort of almost calling for it from the beginning.
That's right.
So you're feeling like you've got a direction that you both want to go in?
Well, it is a tough call again, but look, I'm kind of leaning a little bit more to one way than I would the other at this stage.
We're going to have to do some clever thinking and judging and see how those scores come out.
Looking forward to it.
Well, Sarah and Damon, we have just witnessed 2 fantastic presentations from 2 very talented teams, each giving a different take on what to do with the home that you've been living in for so long. To help you with this now, we're going to give you the judging process. We're going to give a score out of 10 and also itemise some of the items that we liked about the house and perhaps didn't like to help give you some final points to think about. After that, we're going to pass over to you and you have the final 2 points because you are, after all, the home owners. You're going to be living in these house designs and calling it home, hopefully for some time to come.
First and foremost, congratulations, guys. You've done an amazing job on the layout, the floor plan, ergonomics, the orientation. I think you've done a wonderful, wonderful job. I suppose one of my biggest concerns was the fact that the home could be interpreted by home buyers as a big, small property. Having said that, I think the fact that you're getting a brand new home, warranties, builder's insurances and guarantees, there's a lot of value in that. So for Team Rebuild, I'm giving a score of 8.5.
8.5's a good score.
It's a really good score.
From a build perspective, I really loved what you guys did. You maximised, the footprint that the guys had, but more importantly, the design aspect of using the Bondor panels was phenomenal because of the quickness of the build. So the score that I'm giving you is 8.5.
Whoa! I think you met a lot of the criteria for Sarah and Damon and their growing family. It is a large block and it wasn't being utilised as the house is presently. I also loved that high rake ceiling right through the middle. I think that space not only feels big, but also larger because of that height. You've got a great sleeping zone as well and the entertaining zone to be able to open up outside. I think it's a great job. And with that in mind, I'm giving you a score of 9.
James!
What's going on here?
Shall we just go home?
Yeah, are we done?
And what about Team Renovate's design?
Well done, guys. Amazing thought, process. I think you've done an incredible job of creating 2 distinct living zones. For many families, this is going to be a huge, huge winner. Value for money, I think the renovation really does stack up. You look at what you get, return on investment. It's incredible what you can create, and you guys have done it on a budget incredibly well. And with that, my score is an 8.
Getting the most bang for buck by putting a full extension on that side was just a phenomenal way that you could actually have an open plan living, keeping that house sort of in situ with what you did and then reworked it. You really are getting a brand new house, even though it's still underneath that footprint. The budget, perfect. I think that all of those things were ticks for me, and the score that I give you is a 9.
I can't believe the scores are tied after 2 judges. Our design is way better, Mel.
I completely agree. I think they just want us on the edge of our seats.
Don't fail me now, James.
I also agree that you did a great job. I think that you worked with the existing home and you gave it something that was lacking, and that is balance. You've given it that nice frame, and it's ironic that you both come from different angles and yet visually the designs have that similar nature. You added a whole new wing onto the space that was completely unutilised in your present home, and it didn't interfere with the amazing backyard, which is a little kid's and a big kid's paradise, or that beautiful front yard. With that in mind, I know that you have to get a score of 9 or over to beat Team Rebuild so far, because you do have an extra 2 points to add on to this. So with that in mind, I'm personally giving you a score of 9.5. 0.5.
James, you're back on the Christmas.
Team Renovate get the judges' nod, but it's still hanging in the balance. Sarah and Damon have a further 2 points to give. Ultimately, it's up to them on which way they will go.
Team Renovate, we love the pitch ceiling, the whole extension. We loved the alfresco size was really good. The budget's the main thing, to do that within that budget. For Team Rebuild, what I loved about your design was that it's different. The facade was different, it had all the different angles. But when we came down to the decision, it was about being realistic, knowing our family and what we're wanting to achieve long term. And based on that, we have decided to go with Team Renovate.
Yes.
We won, baby.
Why would you rebuild when you can renovate for less than $500,000 and get exactly what you want? It's a dream come true, I'm sure, for Sarah and Damon to get the home they want on budget.
I'm really happy with our decision to go Team Renovate, backed up by the judges' scores as well, which we're a bit worried about, but really happy.
Well, how fantastic was that? It's such a great experience to see their faces when they've finally got a direction for their homes. And that's what this show is all about. They've been living in this home for so long that Sarah and Damon didn't quite know which direction to go. But Team Renovate and Team Rebuild gave them two great designs to choose from. And it really came down to the budget as to why Team Renovate blew them out of the park. We've helped answer a question for them that's been asked right around the country. Should I renovate or rebuild?
What the was that? I don't know if you can say that.
I'm just trying to match your energy, man. You're the best. Come work for us. We are hiring. We are hiring.
Now, if you want to explore this amazing project in more detail, learn more about something you saw on the show, or get some inspiration for your own renovate or rebuild, simply visit our website at renovateorrebuild.com.au or follow us on Instagram at renovateorrebuild. You can even get access to my ultimate guide to styling and presentation for free. Until next time.